Hello everyone. Please thank you for joining our Prana lessons for today. Okay, my name is Arina Asri and I am the application engineer at ACAS Systems Shanghai. So for today's topic is we are going to learn on how we can export a bridge that we create in InfraWorks into the Revit. And then in the Revit as well, we will create the detailing or the rebar. We will place the rebar on our Revit structure. Okay, so for today's demonstration, basically the software that we are going to use is InfraWorks and also the Revit. So in the InfraWorks, we are going to publish or export the civil structure of the bridge that we have created in the InfraWorks, and then we will export them. We will export the file, and in the Revit, we will import the file from the InfraWorks that we created and into the Revit. And as well, I'm going to show you on how we can place the rebar, the structure rebar in the bridge in the Revit. All right, so to export the InfraWorks file into the Revit is there are some important notes that you need to make sure. All right, so basically you must install the latest version of the software. So basically we are going to use the InfraWorks and Revit. All right, and that means both software must be in the latest version, or the software is in the same version. So basically, if your Revit, maybe you are using your Revit in version 2022.1, so the InfraWorks as well must be in the 2022.1. But it is advisable for you to always update your software so that there will be no clash or issues when we want to export InfraWorks into the Revit. And then the next one is you need to install the Revit InfraWorks updater. This one is one of the Revit add-ins that we need to have in order for us to export the InfraWorks model into the Revit. Okay, so basically this add-in as well, you need to have the latest version. Okay, so for this Revit InfraWorks adapter, you can find it on the Autodesk desktop app, as Autodesk desktop app. So you can just install or update the Revit add-ins from that. Okay, so all right, so now I'm going to show you first on my InfraWorks software here. All right, so thank you to the one that have just joined our parallel lessons. All right, so for today's topic, we are going to learn on how we can export the bridge that we create in InfraWorks into the Revit. And also in the Revit, we are going to add the rebar of the InfraWorks, of the bridge from the InfraWorks. Okay, so now this is my InfraWorks software. I hope you can see my screen over here, and also you can hear my voice clearly. Right, so this is my InfraWorks. So basically, on my previous parallel lessons, I have shown you on how we can create a bridge in InfraWorks. So basically, for today's lesson, we are going to use the same exact bridge that we created previously. Yeah, so we are going to export the bridge into the Revit. Okay, so in my InfraWorks over here, I'm going to open first my files, which is this bridge Parsisala over here. Okay, I open this one. All right, so as you can see, these are the route that I have created, the new route that I have created on my previous parallel lessons. Right, so we have here the normal road, and also this is the bridge. Okay, so I'm going to export this bridge to Revit. So what we need to do is, okay, before we can export them, so if I bring my cursor slightly, go to this road, to this bridge, and I click this bridge, so as you can see, the whole road will be selected. All right, so if you can see over here, we have this the properties that come up when we click on the road. So basically, this is we have selected the whole road, but for now, I'm just going to export the bridge, not the entire road. So what I can do is slightly zoom over here and make sure that you don't click on the road. You have to either click on the wires over here or the girders. So for instance, I bring my cursor and click on the girders. So now it has been selected only the bridge. So you can see here, the only bridge have been selected from these models. All right, so from there, when you right click, and then here we have this publish civil structures. All right, so this is the function. This is the function that we are going to use, where we can export the bridge from the InfraWorks to Revit. Okay, so on this published civil structures over here, we have to create new. So I click on the create new, it will come up this message, publish civil structures. Okay, so for the location, that is depend on you. Basically, for now, I'm just going to save the files that we are going to export from the InfraWorks on desktop, so that I can find them easily later. So the file names, I'm going to name it as the bridge Revit. All right, and I click save. Okay, and then the backup proposal name, if you want to change, you can change, but if you want to leave it, just leave it as in here. All right, so there is some message which says that this model does not use a projected database coordinate system. So it may be issues with placement in detailed design in Autodesk Revit later. So to prevent that, what you can do is you need to edit first the coordinate system of our models, right? Of our models. So I just click on the cancel first, and on up here under the menus here, I have the model, and I slightly bring it down. We have here this model properties. So when I click on this model properties, and then under this display coordinates, I can change the coordinate of the models. So basically, initially, I am using this LL84. LL84 is the coordinate that generate automatically. So we need to change the UCS over here. So I click on this button, and then let's find Malaysia, because currently this one is in Pasir Salak. So let's just use the Malaysia, and then here we have few types of coordinate over here. So for instance, right now the Pasir Salak is in Peninsular Malaysia and the West Malaysia. So let's just go for this West Malaysia over here. All right, and I double click, I click apply, and I click OK. Right, again, when you right click and then you publish civil structure, create new, and location here, let's make it on the desktop. I rename it as the bridge Revit. I click save, and I click create. All right, so once you have clicked the create button, it will the InfraWorks will publish our civil structures file. All right, so now our civil structure file have been published. So now I'm going to open a project in Revit. Okay, so now this is my Revit. In Revit here, I'm going to click on new and change the template to structural template. So basically, because we are going to place a rebar on our bridge structure, so I'm going to use the structural template and create new project, and I click OK. So a blank project will appear. So in here, so let me just share you my screen over here. So when I go into my desktop, as you can see here, this is the file that I have published from InfraWorks, which is the bridge Revit files. So basically, this file is in IMX files. All right, make sure that it is in IMX files. Okay, so now I open back my Revit. All right, so for the Revit here, up here, as you can see, we have here these add-ins. All right, I click on the add-ins, and you can find here this import civil structure. So we are going to import the IMX files that we have exported from the InfraWorks into Revit. Okay, I click on this import civil structures. All right, so the message come out, which is asking us to save the model first before we import the IMX file, before we import the civil structure files. So I just click on OK, and then I'm going to save my project, my current project here on desktop. So let's name the project as the bridge project. Okay, this is my bridge project over here, and I click save. All right, there is already a project. Nope. So let's name it as the project bridge, and I click save. All right, so once you have click save for the current project, so basically this will appear, which is asking us to import the civil structure file. So basically, our civil structure file we have saved just now is in desktop. So you can just slightly go to desktop there, and then we have here this bridge Revit IMX file. Okay, so just click on this file, and I click open. So let's wait for a few seconds so that our file will be import into this Revit. Okay, so if your project, basically if your bridge is a very large bridge or long bridge, so basically the file will be much more bigger, the size file. So it will take it will consume more times for the files to be imported into Revit. Okay, so now I have already imported my civil structure file from InfraWorks. So if I go to site here, these are the bridge that we have import from the InfraWorks. Okay, let's just change this one into find, and this one into the graphic display. Here you can choose whether you want to have it to view it more realistic or the shaded. I'm just going to choose this shaded so that I can see the color of the road and the piers, girders, and so on. Okay, so now we have already import the IMX file, the civil structure file. So now I'm going to show you on how from Revit itself, from this model in this Revit, how we can add the rebar for each of the structural elements in the bridge from InfraWorks. Okay, so for instance, all right, so if you can see, we have it on this structure plan. Here we have level 1. So level 1 is basically showing only the piers over here, the foundation, the piers, and then the level 2 showing this girders only until here. So why this is happening? Because when I go to the elevations, I click on the east. So basically, as you can see here, this is the level that we have in Revit, that Revit automatically generate for us when we open a new project. So what you have to do is you can just slightly change the level of change the height of this level. So for instance, the level 1 is on this 0 level over here, 0 meter here, and then the level 3, the level 2 is on the 3 meter from this level 1. So you can just slightly change this one, maybe slightly change to 4, click enter, and then when I view again the level 2, now I can see the girders until here. All right, so basically because why this is happening is because when I go to the 3D, our bridge is not in a constant height. Okay, so basically this side is more shallow and this one is more higher. Okay, so that is why we can just view them until then. So that is why we need to edit on the elevation of our level to see whole of our bridge. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go to the side. Okay, so from this side floor structure plans over here, going to select all these things, highlight or select this one, and I go to the filter and I want to filter the bridge decks and also the cross bracing. I click apply, click OK, and this one I right click and I hide them in view. All right, this one as well. I'm going to hide them in view. Okay. All right. Let me just slightly go undo this one back. Okay, and I filter this one, untick this, the primaries, apply, okay, right click, and I hide them in view. Hide this one as well, right click, hide them in elements here. So now I have only the screen only showing the girders and also the foundation. So basically the road is not showing here because I already hide the road. Okay, so from here, so for instance, this foundation over here, I'm going to add some rebar on the foundation. So how to do that is when I click on the foundation, all right, the direction foundation tool over here, and up here we have this reinforcement, the rebar. So when I click on the rebar and then I click OK over here, and this rebar shape option or the browsers for the rebar shape will appear. So basically in here we have few types of rebar, rebar shape that we have. Okay, if you can't find your rebar shape from here, you can just go to the load shapes up here under the families here, just load the shape. So you can just load other type of shapes into this current project. All right, so I'm just going to show you. I click on the load shapes here and I chose this UK, and then under here we have this structural rebar couplers, structural rebar shape. So you can just look from that if you wanted the other shapes that doesn't have in here. Okay, just always can go to the load shapes and load them into this project. Okay. All right. So for now, I'm just going to use this type of shape, this rebar shape 33 over here. And I bring my cursor slightly here. Okay, so if you can see that green color has appeared, meaning that we can place our rebar on the foundation. So I click, all right, I have already clicked and I click escape. So now I have this green color of the rebars already on my foundation. So if you want to go and have a look in more real, maybe you want to go to see from the 3D view. So you just can go slightly up here to have this default 3D view. Click that and I slightly zoom it. All right, so now you can see this, that green color is the green color is our rebar that we have added just now. Okay, so I click on the rebars and up here on the rebar set, you can just change, maybe you want to place the rebar based on the maximum spacing. Okay, and then you want to change the spacing as well. 200 enter. So yeah. Okay, another one is maybe you want to have a fixed number. You can click on the fixed number and change them, maybe like 7, and so the rebars on the models, the numbers of the rebars will change. All right, so that is on the adding the rebars on the civil structure from InfraWorks. Right, so let me just go slightly here to the side and I'm going to show you again how you can add the rebars. So again, I click on one of the structural elements, which is this fire foundation over here, and I click on the rebars. Click rebars and I choose this one. I bring them to here, slightly there, click, and then we have already here the rebars on the foundation. Let's go to the 3D. Okay, and click on the rebars and the rebar set here. Let's change them into the number with spacing. Okay. Number here, fixed number. All right. So that is on adding the rebars on our structure bridge. Okay, so let me go to the level to here. I have these piers. So for instance, you want to add also the rebars onto the piers. Just click on the piers. Up here we have the rebar. Click on the rebar and I slightly bring them into here. And then I go to the 3D. And now I have this rebar on the piers. Okay, let's go for maximum spacing, that, and change them maybe slightly 300. Okay, so for each of these structure elements that we have in Revit here. So for instance, I click on this fire here. All right, as you can see on the left side under the properties, we have this rebar cover. So for the rebar cover, you can just slightly change according to your requirement. We have here the rebar cover 35 mm, 30 mm, 25 mm, and so on. So you can change them according to your requirement anytime. All right. Okay. So that is for the adding the structure rebars on the structure bridge. All right. Another one is when I just show you on how we can change this one into the shaded. So once we change them into the shaded and I slightly zoom them, so we cannot see the rebars that we add on our models. So what you can do is you can always change the visual style here, change them into the wireframe. So once you change them into wireframe, now you can see the rebars. All right, so maybe in the future you are working on a project and then you want to have a look, you want to see how your rebars are doing on the structural elements. So you can always change them into wireframe so that you can see the rebars in the structural elements, maybe in the concrete, foundation beams, and so on. All right, always change them into wireframe. Okay, so all right, so that is for our analysis for today. So if there are any questions from you, you can just ask me on the chat section. So now I'm going to show you guys on our website. All right, so our website is attachsystems.com. Okay, if you scroll down below our website, okay, scroll down. All right, on here we have these latest Autodesk online lesson, our free online lessons that we always updated on our website. So for instance, I have this like on the 7th October next week, we have the Inventor, then Dynamo, AutoCAD, and so on. So if you are interested to watch or to join our free online lessons, can just click on the topic that you interested, and then you can just RSVP your seat here. Okay, another one is if you want to watch again our lessons for today. Okay, if you want to watch again our lessons that we conduct for today, so you can just from our website as well. You scroll down below here, we have this YouTube button, YouTube and Facebook button, so you can just click on this one of the website. For instance, I open this YouTube, so you can watch them from YouTube. Okay, also you can watch as well from our CAD system page in Facebook. Okay, so all right, I noticed there is a questions. Just change this one. After the summary is Revit session, okay. Yes, of course. Once you have do the detailing and the detailing in the Revit, you can always export back the models into InfraWorks again. Okay, you can export back. If I omit, okay. And or if I omit one RC column in Revit, can export back. Yeah. Also, if you omit any maybe the RC column or the beams, when you export back into you can always export back them into the Revit. Okay. All right. Another one is I'm going to show you on our website again. Website here. So we have here this the live chat. So if you have any questions regarding, maybe you want regarding the softwares that we have, or any requirement that you want for a project, you can just ask directly in here. Okay, just you can fill in the form, or you can live chat our stuff from our website. Okay. All right. So okay. So if there is no more questions, I think that is all for today. Thank you for joining our free online lessons, and I hope to see you guys again in the future. Okay. And yeah, stay safe, everyone, and bye bye.